Hi, and thanks for tuning in to our live radio show. Moments of Clarity with Tiffany will begin in just a few moments. Please stay tuned. Kindly take this opportunity to share this show on your platforms because change can only come when we stand together as one, especially when it comes to ending the stigma on mental health.
You are not alone, and help is out there.
Kids have mental health issues, and we also need to learn coping skills.
Let's get started and let the show begin. See you soon.
Don't put yourself down, time for a change. Believe in yourself, time to rearrange. Be your best friend, bring hope to your day. Lose your critic, get out of your way. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity. To yourself be kind, it will please your mind. Find your joy, trust in you. Put in the time, you'll see how you grow. Many kinds of love you get to define. Find self-love, your soul will align. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Warner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And today, happy Friday, everyone. We're going to be talking about how to not let fear prevent you from reaching your life's full potential. And my guest, and I'm going to informally introduce him, is Jaison Thomas, founder of Brand Identity Designer. I'm going to wait for Ed to unmute because he usually interrupts right where we batch into Tan Talk Radio. Hi, everyone, and thanks for even the live chat. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Larry. Hi, Summit Innovations. Hi, Jason. Hi, myself. You're welcome to call in or leave live comments. If you don't want to call in, say hi. And or if you want to call in, the number is 866-826-1340. 866-826-1340. And we'll try to get to your questions or your feedback as soon as we can. But we all been faced with fear or imposter syndrome or things that we're our own self-critic and we get in our own way most of the time. And why can't we be our own best friend rather than our own worst critic, right? And so it's going to kind of be on our journey. And hi, Vita, nice to see you. And as soon as Ed unmutes, we'll start the show. And it's going to come in the middle of a sentence as usual. Jason, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You don't
Happy
have to.
Friday,
At 3
everyone.
o'clock on
There's
Living the
good
Good Life.
podcast.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner, licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida. Moments of Clarity's mission is to educate and end the stigma on mental health through the inspirational stories of our exceptional guests. You can join in the show by calling Tiffany toll-free at 866-826-1340 or on Facebook and Twitter at MOC with Tiffany. Now, here's Tiffany Warner.
Hello and welcome everyone to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Warner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and I'm your host. And happy Friday, everyone. And what a wonderful, beautiful day it is in Clearwater, Florida. I am excited to be speaking on this topic about how fear can get in our own way of reaching our goals, our dreams, our potential in life, and how we become our own worst critic rather than our own best friend. And we tend to not want to bet on ourselves. Before I get into the whole show, let's say hi to Ed at Tan Talk Radio.
Hey, happy Friday.
I stole your line. I said happy Friday first.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
I wanted to see what would happen. How are you, Ed?
Oh, ready for Friday.
It is Friday.
I know.
Ready for Saturday?
I'm going to get through Friday first.
You're almost there. Anyway.
I know.
So our topic, you remember Jason? He plays
Yes.
some little ads, that brand identity designer. He's from Mumbai, India. Or actually calling in from there so you know how our show goes global. And thanks again for voting for the awards that I'm up for. We'll get into that a little bit too as well, but just a few days left till voting's over. So and has fear ever stopped you from reaching a goal in life, Ed? Something for food for thought throughout the show. You're welcome to chime in, but
Okay.
where have you ever stopped yourself because of fear or being your own worst critic or feeling like an imposter syndrome where you're not good enough or worthy enough to do something you really wanted to do or things like that, which I think a lot of us do that often. And when I've been a counselor for people in hospice, that's what they all say. They say something of regret, saying, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have taken a chance on this. I wish I would have done. And the worst thing to live with is regret. And the only thing that causes regret is by not accomplishing something or not doing something we wanted to do. And it's usually fear driven. And the one thing greater than fear is hope. So let's figure that out. But Ed, put some thought in it. I'm going to quiz you later of a time that maybe fear got in your way. And your answer can't be, I didn't want to be part of the Moments of Clarity with Tiffany show, but
All right, let me get on that then. I'll see what I can think up.
All right.
In between
Call
my
in
stuff. All right.
866-826-1340 and say hi to Ed when you call in. So anyway, let's get to my guest here. My guest is Jaison Thomas. He's the founder of a podcast with Brand Identity Design, plus a company that also does that. He builds designs for upcoming entrepreneurs and people that want to start their business, but quite don't know how to brand themselves and get themselves there. But also, as I know Jason for quite some time personally, has had some fears and has been procrastinating and letting past failures get in his way, thinking that, oh, well, that didn't work one time, then, and maybe it wouldn't work again. I myself have had to overcome fears as well, to get to where I'm at. And they still bother me sometimes. And I'll be happy to share some personal stuff. Anyway, welcome to Moments of Clarity, Jaison Thomas from Mumbai, India. Jason, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for this opportunity once again. It's always so awesome to be on your show. not only be a guest but also learning from you simultaneously when you do all your shows. So thank you so much once again. So this is a very close topic to me because I have been procrastinating throughout my life on a lot of things, including public speaking, marketing and promoting my business as a designer. Being very introvert, I feared all these stuff, and it was high time for my existence. I had to do something, to make it. So I had to really overcome that fear and use your fear as a compass, to get some direction. I
Mm-hmm.
think if you use fear as a compass and navigate it, I think you would eventually reach somewhere. It may not be close to the destination at like immediately, but eventually, you will figure your way out. So I wanted to actually address this thing that fear is very powerful, right, Tiffany? If you think about it, it has the ability of paralyzing you as a human being.
Yeah,
I
fear
mean,
is the
as
hardest thing to erase from our subliminal mind. You know,
yeah, go
someone
ahead.
gets attacked by a
I didn't mean
dog,
to cut you.
they get afraid of dogs. I mean, fear can lead to a plethora of things because of one thing, that one failure, one happening, something like that. And it's so easy to become afraid of something, and it's so hard to get over that fear. That's one thing about that. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that fear can be very daunting. It can be very paralyzing. It has the ability to kill your dreams, your aspirations, your goals completely. Your ideas would never actually see daylight if you let fear, try to prevent you from achieving it. So, I mean, I'm not saying that fear is a bad thing, because fears allow you to exist as human beings, take calculative steps, and it also stops you from doing stupid stuff also. So analyze the variables. Okay, think about it, and at the end of the day, if you want to actually go ahead and make a difference in this world, you have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. Now, this is not really my quote. I
Mhm.
actually heard,
Yes,
heard somebody
that might have
mentioning
been
this.
me. Yep, I say that often. You have to force yourself to be uncomfortable in order to get through a fear. Yes. If it didn't come from me, I say it all the time anyway, but you talk to me more than I think you listen to other podcasts. So it probably came from me
Yeah.
for this one.
So, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's so much to learn from one another, right, Tiffany? Like,
Mhm,
we all think that we have the answers, but, the truth is that we all don't know everything. And
mhm.
we kind of need each other to hold our hands and make it work. Like, I don't know a lot of things myself, no matter how educated I am. I look up to you. I look up to a lot of our friends, and that's how we support one another. That's how we overcome our fears and these barriers, which you see ahead in life. And I think change, as you always say, change can only happen, when we collectively come as a whole
Change
and
can
come
only
together.
come when we stand together as one. Don't
Absolutely.
butcher my slogan. Change can only come when we stand together as one.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I would highly recommend that, remember that, fear would always create excuses, guys. It's gonna push you back to the comfort zone. It's not gonna make you work hard. It's not gonna allow you to grow. And if you're listening to me, and if you want to take away from this conversation, is that there is there is something amazing which happens once you achieve the thing which you fear. Now,
Mhm.
I really feared public speaking and have spoken to
Yeah.
Tiffany
Before you go
numerous
on, though,
times.
I want to
Yeah.
touch on that what you just said. When you get it forces us into our comfort zone. Right on. Comfort zone gets us nowhere. Comfort zone means that you're okay with everything remaining as it is the same. Like that if you don't want to change, if you then everyone has a choice. We have the choice to succeed. We have the choice to make a difference. We have the choice to do something. We can also choose not to do anything about it. Anything, which is still a choice, but that's choosing to have everything remain as is. So we're always in control of what we do and our actions, but choosing to be in that comfort zone and avoid it and stay there means that you want your life as is. So stop complaining about it then, because you're choosing that, right? And then there's that wonderful adrenaline rush that when you feel that you still have that ability to surprise yourself. And I think that's where you were going, Jason. And then I just want to add with
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure you may have come across this acronym for fear. I call it factual, or I actually not even factual. I would say fantasies appearing real. Something of that sort, or false evidence
there's all
appearing
sorts of
real.
acronyms. Some of them we can't say on live radio, but
Yeah. But the point, I think you made an excellent point, is that once you actually achieve what you were so fearful about, it just blows your mind,
right.
because it just blows your mind. It just gives you a completely different feeling. I don't really know how
Of
to
like
pronounce
the
that word which you
it,
said, adrenaline something, but it
it's
just
the
gives you that kick.
that I did it. Oh my gosh, I did that. Like it's simple as that. When we think like, oh my gosh, I actually did that. Like, and not it's fun, but a lot of times we get in our own way and go, did I really do that? Do I deserve that? Oh my gosh, is it? Am I overreacting? Is it that big of a deal? I don't know. Just but that feeling of, oh my gosh, I just did that. But in their
Yeah,
comfort zone, they're not going to do anything different. Oh, I just binge watch Netflix or Hulu, or I'm not trying to put anything. Those are great channels,
you can
but
scroll your life away by not doing anything.
YouTube or whatever, we can sit there and watch some other people accomplishing stuff, right?
Yeah, you can either exist or you can make a difference. It's
Hmm.
up to you, what you want to do with your life. See, you got 24 hours, guys. I got 24 hours. Even Tiffany, you have 24 hours. Can you make the maximum out of it? Can you give yourself a reason more than just your existence? Can
I
you
love that how you
really?
say that. We could exist or we could do something about it. I don't have 24
Yeah.
hours. I sleep, so I have you know,
Yeah,
however
it's
hours
it's a
I
lot to do about making conscious choices and doing something productive with our life. Now the thing is, many people would actually say, what's the point of doing anything? At the end of the day, we all are all gonna die. What difference does it create? Now see, the difference may not create, it may not really happen to you, but it may actually create a difference for somebody else. You never know, how many lives you can transform and change in the process. And it's also possible that you can become a very, very enhanced version of yourself. You can be a good parent, you can be a good son, you can be a good child, you can be a good adult, a brother, whatever. I'm just saying, like, you can be a lot of good things. Now, if the point is, if you're constantly thinking about death and thinking that what is the purpose behind of this, I think you're kind of wasting time. Okay, you're not really utilizing it to your full potential. So like I said, see, it's all boiled down to the same stuff. Use your fear like a compass. Like, if somebody sailing their ship or their boat, the horizon looks unexpected, it's uncharted, it's dark, it can be stormy, it is really frightening and fearful. But just use that, take actionable steps, and and just keep going on. You will
so
eventually
true.
find that island.
I I do
I,
an
it
exercise
reminds me of the island joke. I'm so sorry.
I no, I caught on just anyway, so I do an exercise with a lot of clients where if you met you, would you like you? So if you had a clone follow you around and I said as your guide, you're the clone and I want you to follow you basically as is around. Would you like you if you met you and to write what you don't like about that person? They procrastinate, they smoke too much, they drink too much, they talk too much, they late to work, they da 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 da, they aren't doing this enough. And then the the things that you do like, because most of the insecurities, the fear driven things are things we can pinpoint and change because everything is something that we can change. I have to say, like, I don't like the sound of their voice or whatever. I mean, even that is sound. You can change. People can change that too, but you have to point out your insecurities and one by one target and get a negative self-talk into a positive self-talk and change those insecurities. And not only that, appreciate the gratitudes, because when my clients come back to me, you know what, which list is longer, the ones that they like about themselves or the ones they don't like? Of course it's the ones they don't like. Triples the size of the list. So we like to work on it until the ones they like more is longer than the ones that they don't, because we can flip every negative thought into a positive. It's easy, but you have to be completely transparent with yourself. It's not an easy exercise to do. I had to do it in graduate school, and to be completely real with yourself and point out, like, man, no, I don't want to
Yeah,
follow
don't
Tiffany
lie to
around,
yourself. Yes.
right? Because I don't know, she's 5 minutes late all the time, or whatever. I don't know. I don't need to go into the exercise right now, but you laugh because it's true. But I wouldn't like that about myself. I want to be on time, live radio shows. I'm on time, but other stuff not always. I'm not sure. I don't admit that. However,
I think it's a good exercise. I've not personally tried it, but I can tell you this,
I'm going
Tiffany.
to make
If
it, and we're
Yeah,
gonna do
I was just
it.
saying, if it was a few years back, okay, before getting into the whole business thing, I know I would be that person who hated myself because I was really lazy. Okay, very very comfortable with my lifestyle. Didn't really feel like I was doing anything productive apart from just existing, like going to work, coming back. I'm not saying that being an entrepreneur is everything. You can still be an employee. You can make a sizable difference too. It was not just for me. So I see what you're saying today. At this moment of time, I truly believe that I have evolved to a person that I truly love myself.
And
Yeah.
procrastination is a waste of time. We're gonna get more into that. It's time for our first break, and this is great stuff. And I'm sure this is motivating a lot of people. They're thinking while you're listening to this, man, there's stuff that's hitting home to me too. Would I like myself if I met myself? And that's an exercise everyone should do. And I recommend going through it with a professional therapist, because then you can do the solution focused therapy and attack those things that you don't like and make the list of what you do like about yourself longer than the other ones, which build courage, hope, and strength to try to do what you dream to do. But in the meantime, what I dream to do is to go to our first break. So we're going to be back with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany in just a moment. So please stay tuned.
You're listening to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner. We welcome your input at 866-826-1340. Tiffany will be right back after this.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Lucy Lopes, and I'm a real estate agent that supports ending the stigma on mental health with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. I am also passionate about helping you buy or sell your home. With times being so difficult, I'm here to help. Contact me at lucylopes.com. That's LUCYLOPES.com. Let me assist you through this pandemic and know that you are not alone.
Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. Living with a mental health disorder is not easy. If you or someone you know are struggling with this, please know it's so important to seek treatment, and I'm here to help. Please visit the website at momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com to view blog posts and resources on this site to help educate and inspire you to take action, because there's no shame in seeking help for mental health. While you're there, please take a few seconds to sign up for my email list. You'll get some extremely valuable educational and entertaining content that can be sent right to your inbox each week. Plus, you'll also get instant and free access to my guide on managing your anxiety. You can also follow me on Twitter at MOC with Tiffany and at Facebook at Tiffany Warner. And once again, the website is momentsofclaritywithtiffany.com. Thank you so much for your support and for listening to your show, because change can only come when we stand together as one.
Are you looking for a great book? If you like to root for the underdog, Joe Potosi's book is a book for you. A real American Odyssey that will grab your attention with its fast-moving narrative. You won't be able to put this masterpiece down. When the Dust Settled by Joe Potosi. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Zulin Press.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We are back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Warner. To join in the discussion, call 866 826 1340. Now, here's Tiffany Warner.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Once again, if you're just tuning in right now, this is Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Warner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And today we're talking and discussing about how to not let fear prevent you from reaching your full potential in life. So many of us get into that pattern of the what ifs, the should haves, the fear of success, the fear of abandonment, fear of commitment, fear driven. We're our own worst critics, and we can be our own best friends when we remove those insecurities, because it's an amazing feeling when you know that you can accomplish something that you've always wished you could do. With me is my guest, Jaison Thomas. He is a brand identity designer and has come a long way from, as he was saying before, just to recap it, if you've missed any of it, from feeling failure to not letting himself get in his own way, to finding the right friends, finding the right social network, finding and making himself uncomfortable to find something that was even better. Welcome back, Jaison Thomas.
Hey, thank you
Jason,
so much, Tiff.
before we get into this, I want to say hi to some of the live chat. There's Leslie Levinson. Les, hi. He said, "I love how you guys inspire others to be authentic, true self." And he's watching from Facebook Live. For our audio listeners, we're on Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and about 5 Facebook channels. Anyway, no matter what personal challenges you have, you're not alone. We're all going through some kind of storm. Let's support each other and walk with each other in spirit through the storm. And just FYI, Jason, he also follows up with, "I would love to talk to Jason about my brand." So that's on Facebook. I can connect that. Thanks, Les.
Thank you, Leslie.
We have hello from Colorado. Hi, Stacy. We got hi to Larry Penton off of YouTube. Vote for Tiffany. And we'll get to that in a minute. I do have some of the trophies from last year. I'm up for 5 awards. I would like more trophies. I would like recognition for doing this for 8 years, but then this is for me. Thanks for tuning into the show. Call in at 866-826-1340 or leave live chats during the show. Simply say hi. Stacy
I'm
said,
so sorry.
thank you so much, Stacy.
I was just gonna say,
1 second.
yeah.
And if you need the directions or anything, and you don't know how to vote, just text the word MOC, like as if you're leaving a text that says, "Hi, friend," MOC. And then the phone number would be 22828. 22828, and you join my email list, and then you'll get an email from me, personal and weekly, and I don't think I bug anyone, but you're also welcome to unsubscribe if it happens like that. Maybe a little during the month of July, but we only have 1 week left. 1 week left or less to get as many votes for Moments of Clarity with Tiffany to make it to the next final slate. So if you've ever enjoyed the show, message the word MOC, capital MOC, to the number 22828. And anyway, thank you, Larry Penn from YouTube. So back to you, Jason. Let's go to fear of failure, procrastination, or fear of rejection.
Yeah. So I want to also speak about rejection, because what rejection does, the fear of having rejection, what it does, it kind of makes you to give up fast on your dreams and ambition, because you would be like, what's the point? It's not gonna happen. It's not
Right.
for me. Yeah.
I felt like that throughout the almost 8 years of this, so many times when I don't get sponsors or worried about award ceremonies or so many things. When you put your heart and soul
Hmm.
into something, I don't think that you'll find rejection. because it's not a job. You wake up to a calling instead of an alarm because
Yeah,
it's
see,
what you're about to do.
what I want to actually say, to amplify on what you said. See, the social proof is important. It's not that it's not important. Okay,
Mhm.
but you relying or emphasizing on it completely for results, I think that's where, there is a thin line, and you have to
Yeah, you
be
can't look
careful
at
there.
numbers, especially if you're spread thin, because they don't all collaborate. I'm on about 20 different platforms. So you could be watching on one or whatever, whatever, whatever. I don't look at numbers. I look at feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I like the
Like,
feedback from people that do
yeah,
watch.
for an example, I mean, if you think about 8 years back, Tiffany, when you started your radio show, right?
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
I
think
should
about
be
it.
removed, burned, and never spoken of again.
If you think
Imagine
about it,
7.5 years ago, I sounded so young, and I was like,
oh
"Oh
my
my god,
gosh,
like, we got a
yeah.
caller! Like, we actually have a caller." It's
Okay,
come a long
yeah,
way.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, when we start initially, okay, the point which I'm trying to make, at some point when you start your journey, you would look stupid, and it's okay, for the
I
start, it's
don't
okay.
agree with that. Not everyone's gonna look stupid.
Yeah,
I
see,
look
think
stupid
about it.
because
Think about it.
I joined the Chamber of Commerce with my counseling center. Tantalk
Hmm.
Radio was there, asked me if I would like to host a psychology show. Now, nobody taught me how to host a radio show. They just wanted me to talk psychology. And so I had no clue what I was doing. I was on live air. I didn't know to take breaks. I didn't have anything. They just handed me a microphone, said speak. And then luckily it was the first show. So a lot of my friends were watching. Like, no way, you're on radio. So it was kind of like that. People were calling in to congratulate me on starting. That was like the first show. But um that's when I realized I didn't want to sit and rant by myself on psychology tips for an hour. And that's where the guests started coming in. And I also went to a professional radio person and had boot camp on how to polish it up, what I was doing wrong, how to make it a better show. Because you
Yeah.
do need some training. You can't just whatever. But I didn't feel stupid. I felt that I needed training.
Okay, so I mean, maybe stupid would be the wrong word. Perhaps we can
I
say
don't want to make people
clueless.
scared that they are gonna look stupid at first.
Yeah, I
Not
mean, I don't
everyone
mean it
does.
in like literally. What I'm trying to say is that once you start, you may not really know what direction to paddle your boat towards, and you will be a little clueless, and you may not really have all the skill sets which you require to, to run it. And it's possible you may have to lean on to a few experts, have a few coaches, maybe take up a few courses, whatever. You have to do what you have to do to reach that stage. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm trying to say. So initially, with, let's say 15, 20, or 100 subscribers down in the lane, it may not look very, very effective at first. Okay, but I want you guys to understand that's the start. That's how everyone starts. Everybody starts at zero. Okay, nobody starts as a brilliant genius, or an influencer right away.
Speak
So you
for
start with
yourself.
zero.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. And eventually you progress, and you go ahead, and you try different things, try different combinations, see what works, what does not work. Have be open to constructive criticism, and rejection. The reason I'm saying all of this stuff is that rejection kind of does not really allow you to work on your talents. Okay, it does not want you to stand out from the crowd. It kind of it does not let you grab opportunities which shows up on the way. And you might be sometimes even too afraid how people are going to perceive you, your families, how what they are going to speak about, or how your friends would speak about you once you start doing something. So I mean, there are a lot of factors and variables to it. I'm sure you agree with most of the things what I'm saying. But
Mhm.
that's my truth, guys. That's how I felt a few years down the line, when I was trying to build this business. I didn't
It
have
wasn't
an
just this
audience.
business. You felt, and you've said it on the show, so I don't think I'm putting you out there, throwing you out there. But you said you failed in trying different businesses at least two or three times. and then found your niche. Like you found a certain friend group that inspired you and got you out of your comfort zone, and now you're succeeding and rising high. But the other things could have just been the wrong things for you, because if it
Yeah.
was pressure, it might not have been what your passion was, what you're good at, what you really wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah. I want to speak on that actually. It's possible that you would not be able to figure out what you're really good at the first go. So
Hmm.
it may take some time for you to figure out, oh, maybe this is what I'm good at. So at some point, I really believe that I'm going to be a game changer in the automotive industry because I was very connected to motorcycles and stuff like that. But sooner or later, I figured out that maybe it's really not. Maybe it's good to have it like a hobby, like a leisure activity, and stick to it that way. Maybe I'm good at something else. So it's like you conducting a lab experiment, trying different permutations and combinations to see what really works. Some of them can be very explosive. Some of your ideas can really backfire. So I have done a lot of businesses. I have actually kind of not really keeping a track of it now since I have done so many. But I had a few recently which was very very explosive, guys. So I did learn a lot from it, and I don't think of it anymore as failures, although I keep saying failure. But I think it was one of the important stepping stone I have in my life, to become the person I have become at this moment of time. So, I mean, a lot of thanks to some of my friends whom you see in chat, and you, Tiffany. You guys really push me, to be okay being vulnerable, and to be okay in just accepting the way you are without feeling, having any sort of remorse. And you should be also be open to let go of people who bring chaos to your world. If there is
Yeah,
any sort of toxicity, let them
yeah,
go, please.
a little broom and a duster.
Yeah. You need to clean
Take
it
it
up.
out, and throw it in the garbage. Take it out to the dumpster.
Yeah, and
Nobody
once
needs
you see
anyone
another
telling
thing.
you that you can't. I hate the word can't. That's a four-letter word that should be, I guess. I don't
Or
like
or you can say
that
that
more
maybe I
than
can't, but I'll make an attempt to see if I can. Whatever.
it's a four-letter word that's worse than some of the four-letter words we're not allowed to say in my book. I don't like the word can't. I like the word can, tried. Even Yoda from Star Wars says there is no try, only do. If we do and fail, then we try it a different way. Thomas Edison built the light bulb, failed so many times, and his team was like, "We failed so many times on trying to invent the light bulb." And Thomas Edison said, "No, we've learned how not to make a light bulb that many times." So
Yeah, he figured out 100 or more than 100 times how a light bulb wouldn't
something like
work.
that.
Same goes with your business also. You would
Hmm.
know 100 or more than 100 times what does not work for your business.
Hmm.
And there is one thing which would really work, and you just have to stick to it and keep experimenting and be open about it. It's really fun, there's just a beauty in achieving something which you're meant to do, Tiffany. Like,
Hmm.
more than me, right? The feeling is exhilarating. You feel so valued, you feel so blessed, you feel that your existence in this world makes a sizable difference, you feel that you were meant and you were born to do something amazing, and you feel that your contribution has such a sizable impact to someone's life that you're really drawn to it. You feel so attached and fascinated with it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I feel. I was a nobody at some point in my life, but I
You've
really
never
don't
been a
want to
nobody.
continue. Okay. I
You've
mean,
never been a
I'm just.
nobody. Your mother loves you. Your family loves you. You've never been a nobody. You might not have been as out there socially, but no, I'm not gonna let you say that about yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a nobody.
Thank you.
Correction.
Thank you. Thank you.
No longer
If
a
you were a
nobody.
nobody, I'll say I was once a nobody too. Then would you let me say that?
No,
Nobody's
I won't.
never a nobody. You've never been a nobody. All of you. everyone's somebody, and how you feel about yourself is what matters most.
I want to thank personally all the listeners who are actually posting that they voted. I have around 8 email addresses. I voted 8 times. So if you have more email addresses, you can redo it again. Show some love and support. That's the least you can do.
Every email, yes, and if you text MOC to 22828, MOC, just the word, to 22828, you'll get an email later today. And
I made a fun tutorial video on how to vote as well, just in case if you.
actually, it's been helpful, but I gotta tell you, it's 10 minutes long, but it's detailed. And Jaison was nice
I
enough to do
kept
that.
a certain kind of audience in mind while making it.
It's helped a lot of people, I can tell you that, but it is. Anyway, it's time for our second break, and we'll get into that part in the last stretch, okay? And I really appreciated your help too, Jaison. When people are connected, and it's not who you know, it's how you know them. And I have a lot of friends that I've met throughout the years that were show guests at first or whatever, and have become dear friends. And a lot of them watch and have supported, and they know who they are. That it's been more than an honor just from that itself, from doing the radio show, to have met such wonderful people that would support as long as they know, you know what I mean? But friends lift each other up, and they know I'd be there
Absolutely.
for them in a heartbeat.
I wish I had the emoji option. I would have shared some emojis.
Which emojis?
How we have on Clubhouse, like you can share emojis. Like when you say something, you feel, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I have a bell. So
Oh,
anyway,
you can bring the bell.
let's do our second break, okay? We'll be back
Okay.
with Moments of Clarity with Tiffany.
That's a cool flyer.
Yeah, Jaison did that, by the way. Brand Identity Designs. This flyer is one of many that he's done. And we'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
We
I was wondering what was happening. Like, why is it moving?
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
If you are like most people, you worry with the financial challenges you face today. How do you protect your family from financial ruin? How will you reduce your liabilities and get out of debt sooner? And how can you deal effectively with the constant changes in your job, your career, and your business? Overcoming your financial challenges is like building a house. You must build from the ground up. You must learn how to make more money, save more money, grow your money, and protect your money. Forever Forward Financial specializes in teaching you these 4 basic money skills so you can achieve your dreams and end your worry. Call us today and schedule your complimentary, no obligation meeting to discuss your needs and concerns. Call Scott Bigley at 727-422-7761.
Hi, this is your host, Tiffany Warner from Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. I want to thank you for all your support on ending the stigma on mental health for over the past 7 years and with over 600 episodes, as well as several award nominations and placing as a finalist in 3 categories on the People's Choice Podcast Award last year. If you're listening to this on audio, please visit and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Moments of Clarity with Tiffany and enjoy viewing previous shows in case you missed any live. If you're interested in advertising and would like to promote your company, it is affordable and an effective way to get your company the attention it deserves. I also welcome potential guests as well, and all information can be found on my website at mocwithtiffany.com. Thank you again for your continued support, as change can only come when we stand together as one. Hi, this is Tiffany Warner, your host of Moments of Clarity. I'd like to give a shout out to musician, songwriter Don Lawson, who wrote, produced, and performed all the vocals and instruments on my Moments of Clarity theme song. Don gained his inspiration as a mental health counselor himself. He's always looking for artists to record his songs, and you can hear more of Don's music at reverbnation.com/Don Lawson. You can also check him out on Twitter at Don Lawson Music. Thank you so much, Don, for your contribution to Moments of Clarity and ending the stigma on mental health. It's awesome.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Now back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany Werner, licensed mental health counselor. To engage in the conversation, call 866-826-1340. Here's Tiffany.
Hello, and welcome back to Moments of Clarity with Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Warner. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I'm your host. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how to not let fear stop you from reaching your full potential in life. And the more that we bet on ourselves, the more that we give ourselves chances, the more that we follow our dreams, the more that we take a chance. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Try another route. Then see what you can do, because everyone's good at something. Everyone is good at something. Even if you're really bad at something, you're just still the best at being bad at something. We're all good at something. Anyway, my guest today is a brand identity designer. He's been an entrepreneur for a long time. And if you liked any of these ads that you keep saying virtually, he's done a lot of them for me. If you are starting out a company and considering starting a brand, which a brand is very important, by the way, then Jaison Thomas is the person for you. Welcome back to Moments of Clarity from Mumbai, India. Jaison Thomas.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Tiffany. I appreciate that very very much. But I value our friendship more than business, and I always be honest with you when I say that. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you for
tested
allowing me
you.
to be
You
here.
were under the
Yeah.
test when we first met.
Yeah,
I
you
tested
would
you.
not believe the amount of tests I had to go through. It was
You didn't even
rigorous.
know. I was like, would you like to manage my show and possibly make money off it? But I got to tell you, I'm usually a one-person team because it doesn't work out very well. And we could either be friends and not let work get in the way, or you can try helping me. And he goes, no, I think I'd rather be your friend. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, India is not the easiest way to make money, but he's really good at what he does. And I've sent him to several people that I know, and they're more than pleased. But just the fact that you said that, Jaison, where it wasn't quite a test, but that's why we are really family now, and I would help you no matter what. Friendship goes a
Yeah,
lot longer than
absolutely. I
a
love you for that.
short friend, colleague where it would have just dwindled away,
Yeah,
dwindled.
you would not believe the amount of things she taught me. She taught me how to actually sit still. So if you watch me
As you're
sit
saying
still,
that, you're swaying.
yeah, I mean it's still there, but I'm just
No, but
saying
he was literally
that.
swaying in his chair, and I'm like, do I need to duct tape you to the wall like a Billy
We
daycare?
had like a practice session, an hour before the show. I'm like, Jason, breathe in, breathe out.
Hmm. Not this show. This was like 4 years ago. And now he hosts his own podcast as well, The Dark Side of Entrepreneurship, which is on every Wednesday at noon on Clubhouse, Spotify, and LinkedIn Live. And I think I created a monster.
Yeah, I don't know that,
Happy to
but
do so because, like I said, change can only come when we stand together as one. So,
I would definitely say that you influence me, to make it that way. I mean, guys, if you have actually heard my podcast, my structure is pretty much the same as how Tiffany does her show. So a lot of inspiration, is from this show specifically. So what I want to say is that when I started off my podcast, I really didn't know where I was heading, and I really didn't know whether it's gonna really be successful. I didn't had too many listeners on Clubhouse, Spotify, Apple, or Google. I didn't really had much of a social proof on Instagram or LinkedIn, barely any traffic to my website or any sponsorship opportunity. Some of my shows even has listens which are less than 5, averaging around 14 plays per episodes, around 700 plays lifetime. It's not too much. I just started off with just 23 people who just subscribed to my podcast. In fact, when I started my podcast, I didn't even speak about design. I was like, let's try something else. I was very fascinated with business, and I was like, can I do something which can educate more entrepreneurs not to really take the same foolish steps which I took, or create an awareness which can make a sizable difference to their life.
Mhm.
So
You know
that
what
was my journey. Yeah.
is that,
I
and I just did this now, is I keep forgetting to ask people to subscribe or like the show or listen on different levels of podcasts. If you don't ask, people don't know to go.
Yeah.
Like you usually say just hit a like or I'm only on this one, but people want to replay on Spotify, Google, Apple, and that's new. And you have to tell people, you know. So when I was first starting out, I was shy and modest. Even now, a little bit modest, more modest than I should be.
I
Because
would say humble also,
humble,
because I have
maybe.
watched your initial shows, guys. I have actually started, like, she was the only one staring at the camera. I have even watched those
Don't tell
shows.
people to go back in time. We've all the long way, but some of them, yeah, no. I
Okay,
mean,
I'm gonna let
it's
people know
always
that
been
you
me.
should be able to find it on Facebook. Please
Yeah,
check
all
it
my
out.
Facebook
It's fun.
videos. You see me throughout time where it's just me,
But look at the
and
evolution, right?
then it was just audio for a while. And then Facebook Live came about, and then I had to get used to a camera. I didn't know what I was doing, and then finally got used to that, and then went through my fake eyelash phase. Don't get me
See,
started. And then
over
over
more than
time,
600 episodes
that was New Year's
down.
Eve.
Yeah, I'm just
So
saying, like,
600.
guys, I don't even know how much you have right now,
No, I
but
don't know either.
I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of work, right? And
And then
in
the work
that
would be great.
process, I really want to actually ask you. I have never actually seen some of the awards which you have won. Is it possible you can show some of the awards you have won by any chance? If I've never actually seen it.
Yeah, okay, so let's be real. He wanted me to put the awards near me because he said people deserve to see them. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
they'll be in the
deserve to see.
back. It's fine. And he's like, no, like, so this is a prompt. I'm not going to be unreal with the listeners. But I'd be happy to show you what I won last year. So this was the People's Choice Podcast Award with the health category. So remember, I placed in 3 categories. Then this was People's Choice Podcast Awards for education. Pretty cool, huh? And when my son throws a
Yeah,
ball in the house, I'm like,
it's
"Where's
pretty
one of
cool.
those trophies? You will never see that." And then Swift won Best Female Podcast Host. They look like a little Wi-Fi or something, but etched in glass. I would like 5 more this year. 2021. I need the 2022 ones. But yeah, I there
we,
you go with the
we
humble. Before the show, he's like, "Bring them closer." I'm like, "They're in the background," and he's like, "No, I want to show you." And there you go. I wasn't gonna do it either until you did that,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
not going.
See,
The
if
one
you
thing
think
I do
about
is
it,
I'm not gonna put on a fake facade. You were gonna do that, I had them right there on purpose. So
I didn't want to miss it. Actually, that was I didn't want to end the show and not give the opportunity to for you to see.
out of all
Sometimes
that work,
we kind of are hesitant to actually show some of the things which we have achieved over a period of time. We are hesitant because we feel maybe people would perceive us differently. Maybe,
or bragging or
yeah,
something, I don't know.
or we are
But
bragging. But
you know what?
the
The
truth
greatest
is,
award for me, these are great as recognition, and I'm very, very honored to have them. And it just is something that if ever I stop doing the show or whatever, but I don't see that forthcoming. I never took in a break. I don't do seasons. I don't have breaks in between shows or months off. I've never done it for almost 8 years straight. It is
yeah,
exhausting, but
a
my
lot of
point is,
things.
wait, there's every now and then a text message from someone that I don't know that says, or that I knew or used to know or whatever, and says, I watched your show and I didn't even think to send my daughter to a mental health therapist until I watched the live stream, sent her there, and she's flourishing right now. Or thank you, you just saved me from suicide. I want to stay another day, or whatever, and the grief and loss. We have 2 minutes. We have to wrap up, Jace.
Yeah, I
So
was just gonna say
right
that
now,
what people actually don't see behind the walls is that Tiffany spends more than 12 hours on a daily basis grinding, helping people out. This I'm just saying in addition to the radio show. You might only watch us live for an hour on Thursdays and Friday, but behind the scenes, there's somebody who has been really working, grinding on a day-to-day basis to make this happen. Imagine the number of
Well, I have a
vacations she has missed. Imagine
yeah.
the number of times, she was not able to spend with her family. It requires a tough heart, relentless attitude to make this happen. So I'm very proud of you. I want to do that sound effect, the applaud sound effect.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that so much. It's gonna cut us off, so that mean a lot. So anyway, everyone, we have to wrap up. Jaison, thank you for being a very good guest. Screw you for making me. But, everyone, be kind to yourself and a stranger. You never know what they're going through. Please vote. Text MOC to the number 8 22828. Jaison, you got me all flustered. I'm gonna have words with you after.
Wait
Be
for the
kind to
after show,
yourself,
guys.
stranger. You never know what they're going through. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for your support and for listening, and for everyone. And have a wonderful day. Thanks, Ed.
Don't put yourself down, time for a change. Believe in yourself, time to rearrange. Be your best friend, bring hope to your day. Lose your critic, get out of your way. Now it clicks, moments of clarity. Now I hear moments of clarity. Now I get it, moments of clarity. To yourself be kind, it will please your mind. Find your joy, trust in you. Put in the time, you'll see how you grow. Many kinds of love you get to define. Find self-love, your soul will alive.